Let's stop pretending women are impossible to understand. They're not. They are emotional creatures. Beautiful, complex, yes. But trust me, there are cracks in the armor. And if you know where to look, you'll see exactly what makes them melt, what makes them chase, and what makes them stay up all night thinking about you. This isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about seeing the real stuff most men miss. Because while most guys are trying too hard, the smart ones are pressing on the right pressure points, the silent emotional triggers that hit deep. In this video, we're diving into the top 9 female weaknesses every man must know. Some of these will surprise you, some will make you grin, and a few you're going to wish you knew years ago. Let's go. No fluff, no filters, just straight up stoic power meets primal understanding. 1. Confidence that doesn't ask for permission. Let's be real. Women are addicted to confidence, but not the loud, show-offy, look at me type. We're talking about that quiet, unshakable kind. The kind of confidence that enters a room as if it owns it, without needing applause. It doesn't ask, am I good enough? Because it already knows the answer. That's the weakness. You see, most men chase validation. They shower compliments, trying too hard to prove they're different. Women can sniff that out like a shark smells blood. Confidence that doesn't chase, that doesn't explain itself, is rare and incredibly sexy. It's the man who doesn't flinch when she tests him, who doesn't rush to fill silences, who speaks when he is ready, not when he is nervous. She may act tough, but when a man stands his ground without ego, it short-circuits her brain. Her feminine energy instinctively wants to yield to strength, not brute force, but emotional fortitude. 2. Being understood without explaining everything. Here's the truth. Most women are exhausted from explaining themselves. They are tired of saying, I'm fine, and having it taken at face value. Tired of men thinking every emotional shift means she's too much. Tired of not being seen. You want to know one of her biggest weaknesses? A man who gets it without needing a full-blown explanation. You don't have to be a mind reader. You just have to be present. Notice the shift in her energy, the change in her tone. Most guys miss this because they're too busy planning their next sentence instead of feeling her current state. But when you look at her, pause, and say, something's off. Talk to me when you're ready. It hits differently. It tells her, this man sees me. I can be vulnerable here. And that's where her walls crumble. 3. Masculine silence in the right moments. Here's a cheat code most men never learn. Silence is a weapon. Not the pouty silent treatment, but stoic silence. The kind that says, I'm not reacting, I'm observing. In a world saturated with noise, a man who knows when to be quiet is dangerous. He doesn't chase. He doesn't over-explain. He doesn't try to win the argument. He just pauses and waits. That stillness is magnetic because it demonstrates power. She's used to men blowing up when she tests them. But when she hits you with emotional chaos and you respond with nothing but calm, she's hooked. Your silence forces her to second-guess her own games and reflect. It puts her back into her feminine energy while you remain grounded in your masculine frame. 4. Deep eye contact that doesn't flinch. Eye contact is not just about confidence. It's about dominance, desire, and something women feel deep in their gut. Most guys either look away too quickly or stare like a creep. But the man who can lock eyes, remain calm, and offer a slight, knowing smirk, game over. The eyes tell her everything. Who's grounded, who's nervous, who's leading. When you look her in the eyes while staying completely relaxed, it creates instant sexual tension. You're letting her see your inner fire without saying a word. That kind of eye contact flips a switch in her brain that says, this guy isn't scared of me. He sees me, and he's not backing down. 5. The need for mysterious depth. Let's get something straight. Women are curious creatures. They crave depth, not the kind you spill in a therapy session, but the kind you hint at like a book with missing pages. A woman is hooked by mystery, by silence, by untold stories. Don't hand her everything up front. Most guys overshare, thinking emotional dumping equals bonding. No, that's just noise. The real game is to be open but layered. Let her earn pieces of you. Tell a story, then stop halfway. Give her a glance that says you've lived through things she'll never fully understand. Women want to explore a man like a secret garden. If you're too obvious, she'll get bored. But if there's a storm in your past, a shadow behind your smile, a hint of pain you've turned into strength, she'll stay. 6. Her soft spot for a man with purpose. There's a strange thing that happens when a man with a mission enters a room. Everything slows down. You've heard that women love ambition. But it's more than that. Ambition is like caffeine. It's a temporary rush. Purpose is a slow-burning fire that doesn't flicker. Passion is about feeling. Purpose is about direction. A woman is deeply attracted to a man who is going somewhere. She wants to orbit something bigger than herself. You ever meet a guy who doesn't chase women because he's chasing his calling? That guy is a black hole of attraction. It's not about being successful yet. It's about having a vision, a dream you would bleed for. When a woman sees that fire, she wants to sit beside it. 7. Her hidden yearning to be led without being controlled. This one is delicate. Every strong woman has a secret fantasy to surrender, but only to a man strong enough, calm enough, and wise enough to deserve it. This is not about domination. It's about leadership. It's primal. When a man walks in with clarity, direction, and decision-making power, not arrogance, but grounded authority, she feels safer than she ever did on her own. She doesn't want a dictator. She wants a captain. When she says, I don't care, you choose where we eat, she's saying, lead me with confidence. When you hesitate, she feels abandoned. But when you say with conviction, let's go here, trust me, you'll love it. Watch her soften. 8. Her vulnerability to words that paint new worlds. The real superpower is language. Women are wired differently. They bond through words. It's not just talk, it's transportation. When you speak with intent and depth, you pull her out of reality and into something bigger. You don't need to be a poet. You just need to feel what you say. When you say, I love your mind, say it like your soul is touching hers for the first time. Women fall for words that feel earned, not borrowed from a TikTok quote. The right words create space for her to imagine. And when a woman starts imagining a life with you, she's already halfway in love. 9. The unspoken need for a man who can walk away. And now, the final weakness. The power of detachment. Here's the paradox. The moment a woman senses you need her more than you choose her, she starts pulling away. Yet, the moment she realizes you could walk away, not out of spite, because you respect yourself that much, she starts leaning in. Women fall for men who don't fear losing them. It's not arrogance, it's stoicism. A man who is whole without her, who values her but doesn't collapse for her, is unforgettable. Why? Because he doesn't bind her with need. He invites her into freedom. When a woman meets that kind of man, she doesn't just want him, she respects him. And when she respects you, everything changes. Your silence speaks louder than your words. Sometimes, the most powerful move is to walk. Be that man.